And value exchange system have been started globally by the ancient coin cash. Then we came to the digital cash where the debit note and credit card having come into picture, but those have been linked with the banking system. Second thing, the payment have been decided to be done through the banking system. So when we come up to this particular level of the electronic payment currency system, the central bank of the country was capable enough to manage the economy. When we try to be look towards the developing countries like India, where the people are going to be plans to go for the cryptocurrency. Then cryptocurrency is basically depends on the concept of cryptography, which is basically indicating that how the people are going to be work over the period of time. And that is basically the system we have to understand. So few researches are being undertaken. So what is cryptography? Is basically the art and science for achieving security by encoding the messages to make them non-readable. I think everyone knows that there are some issues that have been going on at this moment with our Twitter and government of India. Is basically on the way that how the encoding of the messages are going to be started. This is being started in the year 1983 by the David Chong, and it's basically based on the physical analogy, which is supposed to prevent the manipulation and so. So when we try to be look towards the cryptography, there is going to be the readable messages there, which is going to be the pass through the process of systematic and main structure resulted into cryptographic system, and that is going to be converted into the unreadable message. Resulted into no one is capable enough to know what is the value of the transaction and so. So there is already the possibility that there is some money may come to the certain country for the terrorism purpose, financial fraud and so. So this is one of the very important parameter of the cryptography. Based on the cryptography, there is a cryptocurrency have been started. The cryptocurrency we are going to as a digital signature. It means that there is going to be the digital signature is going to be used. And we have the very famous ups and downs have been seen in the prices of the blockchain, which is basically resulted into the Bitcoin. So I can say that the way the prices are being moved on the Bitcoin is basically giving the impact that how it is going to be signed and virtually in origin. So it is very difficult for developed country also to counterfeit the possible financial frauds. And those possible financial frauds are going to be play very significant role. So cryptocurrency is basically process is being passed to the community members, society at large. Now society at large is going to be involved, and they will be creating the miners. Those miners are basically the cryptocurrency or blockchain controllers who are going to be transmit the currency from one account to the another account, and that the public participant will come. And as we know that public participants have made a very huge change in the blockchain across the globe in the last 1 month period, and it's recorded in a blockchain nature. Now what has happened here, I shown the nature. So whatever the transactions have been happened between the public participants and miners are going to be recorded in the blockchain nature, and that is going to be give them the individual account number. Now when it is going to be the cryptocurrency, it is going to be the globalized environment. So when we say that when the economist Ricardo have said during his time that movement of goods, commodities and services across the globe is going to be improved upon the life of the citizens, that is being coming to this particular level, and that's going to be create a globalized environment support for us. Now There are the more currencies are there. I'm also being I say given the paper also.
Recording stopped.
I have also given the same paper in the detailed form to the organizer to maybe publish in the soft copy format or so. Where the blockchain, I have taken the example because it is widely used and people have considered the blockchain is going to be the non-contravention technology across the period. Because people have the trust at the beginning. Flawlessly and securely the money is going to be moved from one place to the another place. Public ledger is maintained. They will be using the hedging techniques. And this has resulted into the new coin having started. And these new coins are in the virtual world. So supporting not to be sent to minor, and that is going to be resulted into the works to happen. So we have basically the Bitcoin have been started in the May 2007 by Satoshi Nakamoto. So Satoshi Nakamoto have maintained the value of the Bitcoins as a 7.70.1, and the Bitcoin is going to be presented into the two-way Bitcoin currency and Bitcoin cash. The other illustrative three very famous cryptocurrencies we have other than the Bitcoin is the Ethereum, which is basically based on the concept of the Ether technology to be used, then Dash, then Litecoin is going to be used. The strength of the blockchain is that it provides peer-to-peer notion. Peer-to-peer, there is going to be the relationship is going to be established. No need of the third party, so there is no need to pay any blockage fees, any transaction fees and so. Now when we say that it's eliminate the needs of the third party resulted into through the blockchain, the developing countries and underdeveloped countries are getting the funds from the society at large, from the other portion of the global at large, which may be used for anti-activity of the particular country. So there is a malevolent actions can be happen. It's eliminate the risk of the fraud and identity theft, because they are saying that there is a fraud is not going to be happen because there is a separate number is given, but at the same moment the identity of the individual person who has given the funds is not being declared. So this is going to be the strength of the blockchain. One way it can be considered as a negativity also. So weaknesses of the blockchain is very important. Government cannot control and regulate the cryptocurrency in the form of blockchain or Bitcoin or anywhere. So what happened that in the country money supply is not under the control. Second, the blockchain is going to be consumed the lots of energy. It means there is going to be the need of the electricity being required to make the connectivity 24 hours, 365 days, because over the timeline, when the one country is not in a working hour, another country is going to be in the working hour, so the cryptocurrency structure should be continued. Government regulations are very unclear. Government of India and everyone planning to make sure that how the blockchain and the cryptocurrency could be done. But those regulations are very difficult and it results in and it's required to think over the cyber security, and that is a criminal concept. Second thing, in the cryptocurrency, once you do the transaction, you are not in a position to reverse it. Second, the Bitcoin size have been decided, so block size, increasing the block size is quite difficult, and cryptocurrency requires a very expensive capital equipment. over the period of time. The benefit of the cryptocurrencies are there that it provides the autonomy. It means that the country, some country who do not have their own currency, they are capable enough to get the autonomy to do the businesses across the globe. The discriminated bank costs are going to be eliminated. Like every private bank, government banks are charging the different type of the charges. But in the cryptocurrency, there is no third party, no charges are going to be happen. And as I mentioned, the accessibility is going to be happen 365 days and 7 and 24 hours continuously. Negativity of the cryptocurrency, we've seen about the scalability. That how much level of the scale as a country we can manage. It means that there is a certain limitations it needs to be put up of the cryptocurrency transactions to be happen to make the money supply in the economy to be workable in the better way. Then how to create the cyber security. We have always been coming down to the so many points about the cyber security fraud, lack of inherent threat. Like as I said that in the last 1 month we have seen that the blockchain, Bitcoin continuously showing the variations. So there is a lack of the inherent threat. The very important thing is that the cryptocurrencies have been come into existence. When David Ricardo have said long ago that there is a movement of the goods, commodities and services are going to be done across the globe, resulted into the standard of living to be increased. But at that moment, there is a currency translation have been done. Movement of the goods, services and the money supply being happen. But in the cryptocurrency, there is no relationship that are facing with a commodity. So pay one entities. Now the question mark I'm coming. Can we say that cryptocurrency is a type of assets? Some people say yes, it's an asset because you are capable enough to convert into your own currency. But there is another view is that the cryptocurrencies are being linked to the own local country's currency. But that convertibility is quite tough. Then it comes to the challenges of the cryptocurrencies. There is a risk is happen in the trading and investing. No centralized vetting system we have. If the cryptocurrencies are not being requiring any type of the earning. Normally whenever we go to the bankers and we try to be enter into some transaction, we have to give the company's identification number or individual's social identification number, which is not going to be happen here. So there is a possibility that there is a scam can be happen in the registration and trading. Cyber criminals can use the cryptocurrencies for the illegal activities. There is going to be the scamming and cheating can be done. Money laundering can also be happen and the volatility is unpredicted at this moment. The very important conclusion in the coming up our research to learn work, we are trying to be looks towards that how we can make the predicted to eventually replace the traditional currencies. We have come to the very important one conclusion at this moment that it will take a very longer time for the developed countries also and underdeveloped countries also. And once it is going to be come into picture and being government regulations are going to be made, it is going to be make a major changes in the social, economical and commercial life. This is, and as I say that, as David Ricardo said, this is going to be yearning is going to be resulted into birth of the global village from the view of monetary, financial and social activity across the globe. It's going to be replaced the traditional bank with the digital currencies. Another one negative conclusion we have been coming that it is not feasible until the global economy has suitable technology and legislation. So there is a need is happen that across the globe, all countries' government regulation should be framed on the suitable technology and legislation. And there is a fraud can be find out and the decision can be done that which is the place of the fraud being happen. So which particular countries laws are going to be applicable. Presently what is happen, every country-wide laws are different. Resulted into financial fraud is happen and particular financial fraud person cannot be brought to the particular country. But in the case of cryptocurrencies, they have to need to pay the own common platform of the legislations and certain type of the criminal actions to be taken for them. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Now is a time for question to say that what do you feel? Any question? Thank you very much for the organizer to give me the time and all participants to hear our expected conclusion on the parameters and need for framing the globally accepted government regulations. Any question?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing wonderful knowledge on a very relevant topic, that is Bitcoin. I think that's the need of the hour. Bitcoin is like getting famous in each and every sector. So that was really a wonderful topic which you have chosen for this first day on 2 days international conference. Thank you, sir. We really feel honored with your presence on the first day of this 2 days conference. Thank you so much for your wonderful ideas, sir.
Thank you very much.
Madam, good morning. I'm Dr. B. Tirumala from IIMC. Is it the first session started?
Yeah, sir, just it's the the resource first.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is a keynote.
Yeah, you are in the queue, sir. Yeah, you are at the last number. Yeah, just after one more, then it will be your
Seventh number, seventh.
Yeah,
not
seventh.
last,
Yeah,
seventh.
Yeah, seventh one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven. We have one more in the queue, and
Yeah,
then
now only.
No, sir, we have
Sir,
six.
this is a keynote speaker session, not a presentation session.
Yeah, this is the speaker session.
Okay,
exactly.
fine. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you.
It's okay, no problem.
And we have to announce one award for Professor Paresh Shah.
Yeah, exactly, sir. It would be a matter of proud, sir, if you announce, because we really want you to announce this award. That would be wonderful.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
तो